Today we're going to focus on a very important principle in API development: how we separate responsibilities between controllers and services. This principle is called separation of concerns, and it ensures that our systems remain clean, modular, and easy to maintain. Our journey will cover three ideas. First, what separation of concerns means in APIs. Second, how controllers and services play distinct roles. And third, why keeping logic modular makes systems stronger and future-proof. Think of it like teamwork. In a restaurant, the waiter doesn't cook the food, and the chef doesn't take the orders. Each role has its own responsibility. In the same way, controllers and services in an API have separate responsibilities. This clear division of labor is what keeps systems efficient and easy to scale. Separation of concerns means dividing a system so each part does only one type of work. Controllers handle the input and output, receiving requests and sending responses. Services handle the business logic, the actual rules and processes that make the system work. This separation avoids confusion, prevents controllers from becoming overloaded, and makes it easier to reuse logic across different parts of an application. Now let's look at who does what. The controller's responsibility is to handle the request and the response. It checks the input, makes sure it's shaped correctly, and passes it along. The service's responsibility is different. It carries the business rules, applies the logic, and ensures decisions are consistent. A common doubt is, why not just put all the logic in the controller? The problem is that it becomes too heavy, difficult to test, and impossible to reuse elsewhere. By keeping services independent, we ensure clean separation, testability, and long-term maintainability. Another key principle here is modularity. Modular logic means breaking big tasks into small, independent blocks that can be tested, maintained, and reused easily. Why does this matter? Because modular services are easier to test on their own, easier to update when rules change, and easier to reuse across multiple applications, whether it's a web app, a mobile app, or even a new system in the future. Students often ask, can't a controller just talk directly to the database? Technically yes, but it's bad practice. If you scatter logic across controllers, you lose consistency and reuse. Services act as the single source of truth, ensuring all business rules are centralized. This makes the whole system far more reliable and predictable. So let's recap. Controllers are like waiters, they take requests and return responses. Services are like chefs, they process the request, apply the rules, and produce results. The database is like the inventory, it stores the raw materials. When each part does its job properly, the flow is smooth, the code is cleaner, and the system becomes future-proof. Thank you for listening. Remember, when you separate concerns and keep logic modular, you're not just writing code, you're building a foundation that will stand strong even as your system grows and changes.